What's up? Okay. Oh, this is going on. Hello everyone. Hopefully you guys can hear me. 1, 2, 3 mic checking. Hello everyone. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Cool. Sweet. Now the audio is working. Things are working fine today. And I'm in a different. I think from last 2 days I was wearing a hoodie. Today is a jacket. So that's good. Before we get started, I want to share something funny. This is probably the funniest thing one of the funniest things that got caught during inauguration ceremony on Trump's inauguration ceremony. Want to share that with you guys. Let's see. What's that? Nope. What is the name? Trump. Our guy from Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. I want to share this thing. Yeah, I just think it's just too funny. Okay, here, this thing. My man got caught red-handed while doing this. It's just so funny, and everyone is talking about it. It's so fun to see this. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuku. I have no idea what this means. But yeah, this was like the day. This was the funniest thing of the day, in my opinion. One of the funniest thing that came out. And another, this one, Elon Musk versus like two type of, I think, people at Trump's super excited, and one just quiet as hell. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying how the world is turning out, right? So many different events, so many different things going on. But we have to make a difference too, right? We want to make some changes, we want to do big things in our life. So I'm going to continue towards our Burp Suite Repeater task, the room where we have to do task 7, 8, 9 today. I've already started the machine, right? So we don't have to wait. And Kali is here. Oh, Kali didn't get started properly. Here. Reset. It will be up in a second. Till then, let's just read through what's going on, right? And let me know if you guys have any questions, right? So let's get started. Hopefully my audio is not that good. Feel free to let me know. Send me a text in the chat and I'll increase it. But till then, let's just get started. In the previous task, we demonstrated the usage of repeater by adding a header and and sending a request. This served as an illustrative example for using repeater. Now, it's time for a straightforward challenge. To begin, make sure you intercept is disabled in your proxy module and navigate to this products page, right? So let's do that on our Kali. Here we have Kali. Now let's just first, the most important thing, we have to start our server, right? So we'll go cd desktop sudo open VPN to our stuff. That's good. Now we'll just open our Burp Suite Community Edition as well, and here we have our Firefox. Let me close this. Start Burp Suite. As it's going, make sure this is disabled, and we go to the products page of this. Cool. So we have the products page, right, which we see VPS. I'll just increase the size a bit. See our product plans, right? We have VPS, managed hosting, web design, domains, cloud storage, etc. So let's go over to this. What it says, right? Next, try clicking on some of the see more links. Observe that you are redirected to a numeric endpoint, product/3. The objective is to validate the endpoint, confirming the existence of number you wish to navigate to and ensuring it is a valid integer. However, consider what might occur if the endpoint is not adequately validated. So if we change the number, right, or do something else, what will be the result? Enable intercept again, capture a request to one of the numeric products endpoint in the proxy module, then forward it to the repeater. We just can do that. And we are at day 22, 88 streaks left to get a batch. See if you can get the server to error out with a 500 internal server error code by changing the number at the end of the request. So basically what we have to do is server to error out with a 500 internal server error code, right? By changing the number at the end of the request to extreme inputs, what is the flag you receive with the 500 error? So that's the interesting one. So let's just go here. We go here, right? Product 1, VPS. And it goes to, let's see, contacts. Now, if we go to manage hosting, this probably is 2, right? Same thing, basically just a page and stuff opening. This one is probably 5. So let's do this. Now let's start our burp proxy again. We know we need to like enter a very high value number to get what we want. So we'll turn on the intercept. Let's see. Here we go. It turns here. Send it to repeater, right? Goes here. Now we have product 4, right? We have to change this character. We know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are working. Let's start with 0. That's a good one to start with, I believe. 404 not found. We need 500. Remember that. We need 500. So let's do -1, -100. Let's see. 500 internal error. We already got it. So that was a pretty fast result. And this is our flag here. Copy. Now, another thing we can do, let's see 100, right? 404 not found. So negative was a better answer because here we have to keep on going up, like probably here, then we will get the error. No. Yeah, but if we go with just -1, we will probably get our results. So I think that the negative was the extreme value they were talking about. So that's a good win, easy win for us right now. Next one is hard because if you remember, we have a C. coli, right? The extra mile challenge, task 8. Extra mile challenge. This task is designed to test our skills in a slightly more challenging real world scenario using Burp Suite Repeater or Burp Repeater. If you possesses the expertise to independently perform a manual SQL injection, you can skip ahead to the final question and attempt this as a blind challenge. However, a detailed walkthrough will be provided below if you require. So we know how to do SQL injection, right? Let's just get started with that. Excuse me, I'll just drink some water. There we go. Cheers. Nothing like a good glass of cold water, honestly. So we have SQL injection, right? They are asking us to have prerequisite knowledge, challenge, objective, walkthrough, and all those stuff. What we have to do, I don't want to go through the walkthrough. I don't want that, right? So let's go over prerequisite of the challenge, right? Before starting on this challenge, it is recommended that you familiarize yourself with the principle of SQL injection. If you haven't already, please consider exploring the SQL injection room, which we did, right? Dedicated to the topic, although a comprehensive step-by-step guide will be provided. Having a basic understanding of SQL injection principle will prove beneficial in the completing this task. Challenge objective. Your objective in this challenge is to identify and exploit a union SQL injection vulnerability present in the ID parameter of about ID endpoint. By leveraging this vulnerability, your task is to launch an attack to retrieve notes about the CEO stored in the database. So we'll start right with our own stuff. Here we can just go back, forward everything, no need to worry, right? And we can clear this slate as well. It will go to a different second one, right? No problemo. Let's turn the intercept off for a second. Is we have to go like with the ID one, right? So where can we find the ID? Or do we have to just go? Is it about ID? Okay. So we'll be here about. And then we have this. One, co-founder and CEO. So James Wolfe. I think hopefully I'm saying it right? Or Wolf or Wolfie. He's the one we have to go against. He's a family man who loves his wife, kids, and dog, and climbing up mountains. Feel free to stop and chat if you see him at the office. Co-founder, CIO, CTO, CFO. Okay. Now let's start our burp proxy again. Let's go here. We have our ID. Let's go to proxy. We see this, right? Let's send it to repeater. We have about ID and all this information. We have referrer. Okay, let's send this and see the response. About him. So with about one, right? That I believe is basically becoming how to say, it's basically becoming a SQL query. Okay, so basically if this is becoming a SQL query, we can type 234, maybe something, or let's send this. What comes? 500, right? There is nothing found. Okay, no entries found for this one, right? Now let's just go. So we need to find like the notes in this. Our process for SQL injection, right? Let me draw it for you. I had a really good one. EX something, X something. Editor. I had a really good. I found a really good editor. Let me go to my favorite YouTuber and look at his one. Top 7 websites I use. Easy snippet. He mentioned a really good editor and I like to use it. I keep on forgetting about it though. Top 7 websites. Best programming, blah, 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 blah. No. I'll just search it like this actually. Yeah, here we go.
Is your IT team?
Block here.
7 ऐसी वेबसाइट जो मैं ऑलमोस्ट एवरी डे यूज करता हूँ.
Okay, here. EXCALI draw. Excellier draw. EXCALI draw. Let me put this as one of the bookmarks. Bookmark bar here, right? Now we have this, right? Let's just start drawing with our stuff. Open. Nope. Share library. Let's just start drawing, right? So here, how SQL injection happens, right? Or how we have been taught, we have learned, right? First, we are given an endpoint, right? That's horrible writing, but don't worry. So we have an endpoint, right? Which is about, and then the ID number. This is becoming a query. This is becoming a query, which I assume is something like select star, or maybe just certain, yeah, select star. Let's say select star from a table, which we don't know. Let's say a table, where ID is equal to this one, right? For our CEO, it is 1, right? For CEO, if we are hacking the CEO, his ID is 1. So let's do that. Now, what we'll do in this case is with the ID, let's think about it. What we'll do with the ID, we can use, basically our step will be or and actually like union. This is our union. We have to create another one. So first will be union, right? Union thing we have to add. Then we have to see number of columns that are there in the table, right? Then let me write it down so we don't miss it. Number of columns in the table we are attacking, which will have the data about CEO. The one we seeing there doesn't mean that only that much data is there, what we are seeing on the page. There can be a lot, it's just that one is shown to us, right, from the API. Number of columns, right? Then we have to have how to say, union, select this. We have to get the table name. And then we have to get the database name as well, right? This will be here actually. This will come as here. So let me cancel this. How to select here? This one will come here. Yeah. I'll bring this up here. These are the steps I'm letting you telling you like right away from how attack I will do. This is like Larry Bird telling everyone what steps he will do, right? So I'm just telling you how I will do it. We got union, select number of column, database name, table name, and then we start like also we at the end we have to have our ending semicolon and dash to comment out everything, right? Comment. Horrible. I need like a writing thing, right? So comment. So let's do that. So we go back to our burp suite. We go 1 union select 1 let's do it this way. Okay, things are still working. $500. Do I have to have this? Even if I don't, let's say what will happen. Okay. What's going to happen? 1 becomes union bastion blah blah blah. And let's go back to our previous SQL injection page as well. That has like those queries for MySQL, right? So we can do that as well. I want to go not time-based authentication bypass in band. Detect exploit refers to same method of communication being used to exploit vulnerability. Also receive results. Discover SQL injection vulnerability on a website page. Extract data. Okay. So 1 select 0, select 1, 2, 3 and database name. So what we need is 1, 2. Let's see. And this was endpoint, right? So even here, when we were doing with the website, because everything was being done via website, right? Username admin, and then this, right? So here it should be. One, two, three, four, maybe. Let's see. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, never mind. That's not working out for us. So admin 1, 2, 3. Okay. Invalid statement. Select first name. Oh wait, we have it. First name, last name, PFP link, role, bio. So we have 5. From people. So we have people as the table name as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we were doing 4, let's say, was it coming? Invalid statement, blah blah blah, union 1, 2, 3. So we have this, right? So let's, instead of this, let's if we do 1. Okay, so what we'll do, select first name, last name, where ID equals this. Okay, so we have PFP link, role, bio, and when we go to the actual page, right, that is where the info will be there more. So let's go there. Open link in new tab. Let it go through Burp proxy. Excuse me. Thank you. So we have the what all info we have, right? What is PFP profile link, right? Profile picture link, PFP, I guess. Then there is about, name, and all this information. So let's go one by one, dig that. Or let's look at the network. Where is network? Network is this. HTTP history about 1, right? So we have this. Request is this. We have response here. This is the one we have the response for, right? About. So first name, last name, we got that. We need notes on this guy. Button, no. About this. So first name, last name, bio, and what is that in the repeater? First name, last name, PFP link, role, bio. No, okay, I see. So there are 4, only 5 selected. It's not star, right? That's the information. So what we got from here, the important part is actually that the table name is this. So let's go here to our I had this, right? I started using, I was watching John Hammond. I was trying to, he's like one of my favorite too when it comes to cybersecurity. So Sublime Text, do I have Sublime Text already? No. So for now I have text editor. Let's just use that then. So here we have text editor, right? This has information what we need. So it has first name, last name. So our important information is about table, DB info, findings. So info is table name. Table name is people. ID is column name. So there are 6 columns in this, right? If you think about it, first name, last name, PFP link, profile link, right? Profile picture link, role, bio, and then there is ID as well. So there are 6 in this, but there can be more. So what I want to do is close this guy here. From people where ID equals 1, right? And then what I will do is I'll just send it anyways. So see, things are coming not good. Let's see if I can just get 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So let's see, 6. Here, nope. 7. His note says 1 2. Should not forget 40. Where's 40? Invalid statement. Invalid statement. It's giving 500 error. Where ID is this? Wait. Okay. So if I do just this, for testing, let's do this. Invalid statement, this. Okay. Now if I do 1 2 3, now it comes as nothing. The ID is there. No entries found for that ID. Okay. So we need about, okay, people, blah blah blah. Let's go back to what it had. Select star. Union select star from people where ID equals 1. And this is how you get out of the stuff, right? Once you get the database where this and password like this, we were getting this with the union, right? If anybody have any opinions, let me know, but I'm just thinking in this way. We have our info about and all those. They are doing the same thing. I don't want to go through the video. Let's spend 20 more minutes at least to look into, right? Try harder. That's like what a hacking is about. Even if it takes to tomorrow, let's just not look at the answers. If we unless until we have to, I don't want to. So even if it cannot be done till tomorrow during our stuff, then during our stream, then till then I won't be doing it. Till then I will just try to complete it. Select start this. This ends here. Invalid statement. Maybe post. Method not allowed. Okay. So one thing we can do, right, is I'll copy this here. If this is like the original, let's see if, let's go back to the original one. This one, right? If we send this, everything's come. Oh, never mind, not this one. If we send this, everything comes back well, right? We get all these. So if we go through the attributes, there is this in the path value. I want to add this value as well. Send. Huh. Select first name, last name, PFP link, role, bio from people. But let's say if we go to other pages, for example, let's just disable it for a second here. We go to her, nothing, no findings. Like everybody have the same, right? Like, does this arrow comes on anyone, everyone? Yeah. Okay. Huh, interesting, right? So we know there is a CEO, the one we want to hit in the database. Turning on the proxy again. We have an invalid statement. We know the database name where ID is equal to this. Bad request. 404 400 bad request. Okay. What will this do? No. If I do just this invalid statement, this one is also invalid, right? But if I do this, does it return? Invalid statement again and again. Okay, let's go to Perplexity, what it has to say. Turning off this again. Don't want disturbance. Oh, UK supercomputer develops AI vaccine. Data centers planned for moon. Wow. Hmm. For uh, for a CTF challenge, I am trying to hit an endpoint like customer/1, where 1 is its ID. I am trying SQL injection on it, but getting invalid statement from backend. What does that mean? Right, please, let's understand what invalid statement can have meanings. Invalid statement error you are encountering during your SQL injection attempt on customer endpoint likely indicates that backend is rejecting your input due to incorrect SQL syntax query. So that's our syntax. That's the issue, right? The application may have some form of input validation or sanitization in place, preventing direct SQL injection attempts. SQL syntax you are using might not match the database system used by application. Okay, injection point might not be directly in where clause, so your payload structure needs adjustment. Okay. So basically we need to adjust our payload. So let's do it this way. This one worked fine, right? When we send this invalid statement. Okay. Or 1 equal 1. Okay. We have two, right? Let's go here. Let's just join hands with this so it's easy. So, to proceed with your CTF challenge, try following approach. Start with a single payload to test with the basic vulnerability, such as adding a single quote to this. Maybe double quote might be a reason why. Is it? Do you think? No, double quote is not working. Neither is this. Oh, this one is working. So this one I believe somehow is working. So need to look into this. If that works, attempt Boolean based injection like this. No. Specific database. Different SQL syntax. So what can I use other than single quote for different DBs? You can use various characters and techniques. So double quote, parentheses, comment. So for MySQL Postgres, we can use this. Let's do this. Everything gets commented out after this. Okay. So that is working at least. In this case, it's not getting commented out. But when we do this whole gets commented out. So we don't get to know about it. That's good. So if I do this, what will happen? Nope, sorry, wrong. Here. Double quote, single quote, 0x. Comments can be dash dash or this. What if this? 500 still, there is error coming. So, hey Panda, how you doing? All good, all good. Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. It's always good to see your old partner. Yeah. I'm just hacking. I'm trying to hack some SQL injection. Let's see what. So I'm going to my hair today is a ego problem today. Boom, boom. We are trying to go extra mile with our challenge, right? But the important thing is there is this mentality. I was talking to a hacker who actually has won some bounties around, like, I can't name the person, but he has done couple of bounties last year from 2500 to almost 20 grands in a single bounty. So his idea, even if you are with me, right, joining, try harder. I have the whole answer, but he said at least give 24 hours, even no problem what you are stuck with and anything. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to do some hacking, right, till we are done with our 24/7. Patna? Why Patna? Patna? Panda? What's Patna? I know that's a place in India, but what's Patna for you? Partner. Yeah, partner. Hell yeah. Partner in crime, boy. Comments. What? Give me care. How to find which DB DB software we using via SQL injection. Let's see that. Select at version. Okay. We'll try this. This will be interesting. Okay, raw. Let's see this. I want to see if we can get the info about like this. One, two, three. It will be invalid. Wait, what? We are still getting it. Huh. Here we are getting some now invalid statements. I think it's just symbol. Let's see. Let's go to the SQL injection one. Let's go back and see. And they said this one. SQL injection. What is SQL injection? We have done that. In-band, we have the in-band one, which is 0 union select this. One, two, three, whatever, right? And when we were doing it in our stuff, we had this, right? We were trying this with our system. And it's not working for this case. Let's see. This is not going to work. Oh, I forgot to enter one. So this is not working for us because we get invalid by adding single quote. What if we do this double quote 500, same thing, to 40, same thing, right? How about at this one? What will this do? And we are getting the value, but we don't get what we want. Select, I think we should go select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we should have our union and select. Wait, hold up. Now we got that. Wait. I think this is our finding. We don't need a quote in this case to get our results. We are finding 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 will be up here, I believe, in the head. 1, 2 is the name, first name, last name. 3 is basically the link to the website. So, or sorry, the person's face profile picture, John Cena. So let's see, link. Okay, link, profile. Here 3, you see the source. So we found like 5 things are coming back, right? Now what we have to do is 1, instead of like the first name, we get like the ID back. Let's see what goes. Nope, not getting that. We have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 things are coming back, but we need from people, right? So this will work. The reason this will work because I know the database name is people. Now we have to come up with the way to find nodes on the CEO of this company. We have to find notes on this. Let's use our brain cells. Let's go back. So this is working. So let's get this copied. And what if we remove this? This is also working. Okay. That's interesting. So let's just go back here. Working. So we know first name, last name, 1 and 2. Third is the profile link, role, and bio. We need here, if we go back, no, we need launch attack to retrieve the notes. So we need to find like the column name notes on this guy, right? We need to find column notes thing on this. Let's see. Is notes a thing? 500? No. Oh wait, we got it. We got our flag. Notes. Fifth is the note. So instead of this, we just unionized and we got our answer. Yo! We got our answer. I don't know what I did. I did it. Because I think I changed this to notes, right? So that's good. Let's see if I can change this to ID. What will happen if I change this to ID? Oh, ID will be... See, if I get 1, select star from 1, the same, James and everything. So if I remove this and get notes. No. So we need some ID that will like results in something wrong. Basically 0. So whole with this, why we are putting, instead of 1, why we are putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that ID is not returning anything, right? So we want whatever return is returned by this from people. So, and let's go here from people, and we can type the whole ID where ID equals 1. We can tell his whole ID, everything. So we get our result, and it's automatically getting selected for ID 1. So let's say if we do for 2, what will the notes coming from the 2? No notes on the 2, right? That's the interesting thing. So we know there's no notes on 2. What about 3? We know till 5 we can go. So no notes on 3, no notes on 4. Now it starts to make a lot more sense how things work. So that's pretty cool. And then we have ID 4 is done. So now if we go ID 6, this should, oh okay, there is 6. There are 6 people. What about, if there is nothing, I think like, yeah, it will keep 5. 7 is the error. No entries found for this one. So if we go to 6, 6 is the last guy for us. Yeah. So hey, we at least got our answer. So that's kudos to everyone here. Let's see if this is the result. Kudos to you, lads. Kudos to you. We got, if this works. Woo! A proper hack. Like real world scenario. That's big. So let's go over what we were trying, right? It's basically we created a SQL query that would give 0 results, and we concatenated that query with another one that will give us the results from all the tables. Good part is we already knew the name of the table, so we didn't have to go through all that jargons and stuff. But let's go over what they say, right? Hopefully you guys can hear me, right? Yeah, today my volume is pretty good. Even with YouTube it's pretty good, so I'm happy. So let's go over this, right? Challenge objective we have, right? Task is to launch an attack to retrieve notes. Good part is we know notes, but let's say if I didn't know the notes, the name of the table, right? Notes. The reason we knew this is because we used our brain and it was here. But let's say if we didn't know notes, how we will do it? Where column name, right? So then you use this query, which is by TryHackMe here. Like I'm just giving you the answer. This is what would I have done because it's now a part of my notes. Here, every database, right? If you use Postgres, SQL Server, or any of these, they don't just have the values of your like your table name, column name. They have extra information. It's a software in itself, so they have information. So information schema, that property of the database itself, has tables where you can keep on going with table names, right? Now I will use this column name, right? Group concatenate column name, where this staff user and I, the whole thing is I have to go one by one, right? Instead of using where table name this, I will say where table name like a percentage sign, and then I have to keep on iterating as if I'm actually like when you see those password hacking, right? In Hollywood, they are attacking from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and then ABCD and all those. That's what this information is. I'll just give you guys this information and I will tell you where to try it, right? Let me just post it here. Right. And if you have any suggestions for me, right? If you want me to try these things, feel free to let me know. I would love to test it out. But when you do it here, right? This is our about page, right? This is our about page we had about the CEO of this company. You do union and you just paste whatever I pasted, but remember, number of columns has to be 5, because if you saw the error we got, that had 5 things, right? If I just post this, won't work, it will give an error. Now here there are 5 columns: first name, last name, PFP link, role, bio. So I have to go 3 4, oh sorry, 4 comma 5. This will give us our results, and it won't be like table name this, it will be people, because you can see from people, right? Column name where blah blah blah, and you start going over, iterating over these things. That's the info for you guys. Okay, let's go over our breakthrough they are trying to get us to. Walkthrough. We know that there is a vulnerability, and we know that we know where it is. Now we just need to exploit it. Let's start by capturing a request from this, right? About an ID number is 2 in the burp proxy. Once you have captured the request and send it to the repeater with control R using this, right? Now that we have our request primed, let's confirm that the vulnerability exists. Adding a single quote is usually enough to cause the server to give an error when a SQL injection is present. So either using inspector or by editing the request path manually, add a apostrophe after 2 at the end. So after here, after this URL which we are trying to do, and send the request. So we have get about this HTTP host, right? Blah blah blah. This is not important. It's this, the red thing here, and you guys can see, right, where it is. This red thing here. Remember this here. Okay. So now we should see that the server responds with a 500 internal server error, indicating that we successfully broke the query. HTTP 1500 internal server error, server this, date, context, blah blah blah. HTTP invalid statement. So we got our code. Now if you look through the body of the server response, we see something very interesting around line 40, which we did. The server is telling us the query we tried to execute. Here, this is the query we tried to execute, and because there is extra apostrophe, it probably is not working. This is an extremely useful error that the server would absolutely not be sending us, but the fact that we have it takes our job significantly more straightforward. This message tells us a couple of things that we will be invaluable when exploiting this vulnerability. The database table we are selecting from is called people. The query has like these 5 columns. We can guess where these fit into the page. We will which will be helpful for when we choose where to place our request, right? So instead of like in at the fifth one, I could have done notes in the first one and I would have got it on the top of the page. With this information, we can skip over the query column number and table name enumeration steps. Although we have managed to cut out a lot of enumeration required, we still need to find the name of our target column. Now, this is what we have, right? 0. Instead of that, I did 1, 1, 1. Union, all. Oh, we have all. Select column name, null, 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 null from this. Okay, that's interesting. So that's an interesting one. Actually, I'll send it to you guys and we'll try it out again. Is I want to try it, right? Try harder. Why this is not working this time? Okay, here. And this is for you guys in the YouTube. So yeah, well, let's try this one. This creates a union query and selects our target, then 4 null columns to avoid the query erroring out. Notice that we are using, we are also changing the ID that we are selecting from 2 to 0. Why we do that? We don't want any input from the, or for the first query, we don't want any output from the database. By setting the ID to an invalid number, we ensure that we do not retrieve anything with the original legitimate query. This means that the first row returned from the database will be our desired response from the infected query. The second response is the one we typed from our query, not the first one. Looking through the returned one, right? First column name is ID. Column name is ID here, which you could have tell anyways. I don't know why we did ID to begin with, because when you look here where ID, use your brain cells, right? Hopefully you guys have a brain. Use your brain cells and say ID is one of the columns too. So there are 7. Don't be a fucking idiot. Now, we have successfully put the first column name out of the database, but now we have a problem. The name is only displaying the first matching item. We need to see all the matching items. Unfortunately, we can use our SQLite to group the results. We can still only retrieve one result at a time, but by using the group concatenate function, we can amalgamate all the column names into one single output. So this will concatenate all the names, the ones I sent as the same thing. Remember that you have a smart streamer. Respect him. Yes. But yeah, here we can see first name, last name, column name, role, short role, interesting, bio, notes. Then we have none, 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 none. So I got lucky, not going to lie with the notes thing. But here's the thing. Considering our task, it seems a safe bet that our target column is notes, right? So I got lucky there, but if it wasn't, I should just have to try a bit more. Finally, we are ready to take down the flag from this database. We have all of this information that we need. The name of the table is people, notes, and the ID of the CEO is 1. So we use that, same thing. I need to understand the difference between union all and union select. So now, and then we get our column, right? So that's our SQL injection, what we did, a real life one. So kudos to you all, right? But we'll also go and test this theory. Concatenate 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then where people is this. And I don't want union to be this. I want this to be, let's say 0 is the easiest one, like they did it. 1, 2. In the I did the worst one. Is it will be in like one of the image sources, like we see here, role, notes, bio, short role. So apologies about that. I did the worst column to pick. So here, this is a better one. You guys can see same thing, right? Same thing I just did. But yeah, that's basically it, lads, right? So we got this one. Let's go over the last thing for our task. Conclusion. Congratulations on completing the Burp Suite Repeater room. By now, you should have a solid understanding of effectively utilizing Repeater to edit, manipulate, and send requests. Nothing much hard though. Repeater is just easier with the proxier. Like, just if you know proxy, you can do it. Additionally, you should have gained insight into numerous practical applications of this tool. In the next room of the module, we will explore Burp Suite Intruder module. Intruders allows us to automate and customize attacks. This is a big one, especially if you have passwords and username enumeration. Adding it to a powerful tool for various security testing scenarios. Good luck with the next room and enjoy exploring capabilities of Burp Suite Intruder, right? And let's complete. Let's go. Another big one complete. W's in the chat. Come on, give me some W. W. Give me that W. Okay. So now we have this. My bad. Wrong thing. So that's the Kali. Let's go over the Burp Suite Intruder one, which is an interesting one as well, in my opinion. Let's close this. Right. Terminate this machine. Hopefully you guys are learning something. That's my whole reason for starting this, is because I didn't get a good mentor, so I want to be mentor to you guys, right? Just ask me questions. I would love to help you, right? So join room. Burp Suite Intruder. Learn how to use Intruder to automate requests in Burp Suite. So let's go over the task 1 at least, right? So you guys will have an idea of what we will be doing tomorrow. Welcome to the Burp Suite Intruder room. In this room, we will explore Burp Suite's Intruder module, which offers automated request manipulation and enables tasks such as fuzzing and brute forcing. Important if you have, let's say, a web application you are testing and you want to hit it with like hundreds or thousands of usernames and passwords, which are already there, right? Available online, GitHub, or even on your Kali. You can do this, and this Intruder will help in this. I've used it a million times. I will tell you this. Not a million times, at least thousands of times. If you're not familiar with Burp Suite's proxy and repeater functionality, it is recommended to complete that. Complete at least Burp Suite basic one, which we did last week. Intruder module is a powerful tool, right? That allows for automated and customizable attacks. It provides the ability to modify specific parts of a request and perform repetitive tests with variations of input data. Intruder is particularly useful for tasks like fuzzing, brute forcing, where different values need to be tested against a target. So repetitive test with various inputs. So let's say if you are enumerating over various passwords, this is how you do it. Intruder is particularly useful for tasks like fuzzing and brute forcing, right? Deploy the target machine and we'll get started. So what is Intruder? Same thing here. We will select one of the things, add and stuff like that. So this will be interesting. I'll tell you this. This will be an interesting one. More interesting than the repeater, because it is already, this one was info, right? Basic, and this one is a medium. So you will learn a lot. Just like SQL injection, you will learn a lot in this case. So see you tomorrow for this one, right? But also I want to share with you, I don't know if any of you are part of these, but like if you are into SOC environment, this is like they have created a powered with AI tailor to enhance your readiness, right? So a SOC environment emulator they have created. So kudos to TryHackMe team as well for creating such a thing. So if you are want to step in, blue team is the best way, easiest way, I believe, to step into these things. And hopefully you learn something, right, while do this. But yeah, let's say resume our learning. Where we at? In junior penetration pen test, right? We are, I don't care about this one. Might do this anyways someday. So Burp Suite. We'll do Intruder, other modules, and extensions is a good one too. We'll do that. Metasploit I want to hit so bad. But network security is important. Nmap. Ooh. We have passive reconnaissance, active reconnaissance, Nmap, which will be fun. Protocol servers and NetSec challenge. Then we have capstone projects. Vulnerability 101, exploit vulnerabilities, vulnerability capstone. Metasploit, baby, this is big one. Best after Burp Suite, something I'm really curious about is this. And then we have privilege escalation. So Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's stream. This was a fun one for me indeed. And if you like it, right, goes without saying, please like, share, subscribe, whatever. But at least keep on helping others. That's more. If you don't want to follow me, that's fine. If you don't want to chat with me, that's fine. Keep helping others. Hopefully, you have a great day. Keep smiling, and see you tomorrow. Good night. And of course, bye.